podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Fury's the name, and fucking fighting's the game. His heart's rattling now, his balls have sunk up inside of him. There's a man here that's gonna annihilate you, Dosser.
The Boxing Voice. TheBoxingVoice.com.
You walk away with a silver medal, which is an incredible accomplishment. Can you take any pride in that?
No. I don't like to lose.
Now it's like I know what feeling I don't want to ever go through. He was talking about you crying and like, you go watch Floyd. Floyd was crying after he lost his leg. I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't want to ever lose. Like I'm not cool with losing.
This is a TKO victory for Shakur Stevenson.
He's tough. He don't take no for an answer, so I gotta beat it out of him.
Score? Of course he the truth. Teofimo not messing with him. I don't think Tank messing with him. Gary Russell Jr. ain't messing with him.
Me right now, if you ask me, would I beat Floyd Mayweather back in the day, I'm gonna say yes. And truthfully, really believe that.
I know my body. Yeah, I know Shakur body. Shakur know my body. Do I step to you when we fought? Yes or no?
No.
Do we step to each other? Yes or no?
No.
The southpaw version of Floyd Mayweather.
Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. It's me versus Oscar Valdez. There's nothing else to look forward to.
Canelo can't get in the ring fight for him. And even if he could, I feel like if me and Canelo's at the same weight, I feel like I'll beat him.
SDS Promotions.
I'm one of the best fighters in boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside Ringwalk Danny, and we're back to discuss Shakur Stevenson and Isaac Pitbull Cruz being ordered by the WBC to fight. So obviously the question is, will this fight actually happen, or is it one of those fights that'll fall by the wayside? Ringwalk, buenos dias.
Good morning, champ. Good morning. How you feeling?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm getting over this little cold that I came back from Mexico with, but it's all right. It's all right. Change of weather got to me, but no complaints, champ. Happy to be back with another one. Luis, it's so funny. Says shout out Danny Flacco. I got so sick. I dropped under 190 this weekend. I haven't hopped back on the scale. I've definitely been eating since, but I was definitely under 190. I've been sick, but we back. It's not COVID. I've been tested. It is not COVID. Shout out to Mauricio Suleiman, who actually provided everybody who attended the WBC convention a little swag bag with plenty of Pedialyte for those that chose to drink, and with a couple of COVID tests as well. So I actually brought the swag bag back. Word. Because they were really neat, Ness. They had like little handles on them and shit, and I just thought this is gonna be like a to-go kit,
For real, man.
But it's not COVID. I'm happy to be back. Happy to be talking boxing with you all. But I'm not happy to be talking about this shit.
Why not?
Because, man, let me tell you.
Tell me.
Shit not happening.
Why?
Because Pitbull's dad already told us why they don't want to smoke.
So you believe that rumor? Because I didn't see anything official. I seen like a post, and it was just words that said Pitbull's dad, but like it didn't have Pitbull's dad's Facebook. It wasn't a screenshot of his verified Instagram or any
I've
accounts.
Seen credible sources post.
Which ones?
Man.
Because on Boxing Scene, I couldn't find anything. all I could find is that Bob Arum feels as doubtful as you, but for different reasons. He feels it's Cruz that isn't going to want the fight. Obviously, many will have Shakur Stevenson as a heavy favorite, so maybe Cruz doesn't want to go into this fight knowing that it's an automatic loss in a sense, right? So we'll see, man. We'll see. I think that.
Yo, we've been gone that long?
What?
How many people say it's watching on yours?
10.
Damn, we've been going that long.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play games.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's how they come. How many people? At least we got as many on Twitter. Shout out to Twitter Spaces, man. Rocking and rolling. It don't matter. We're going to rock out regardless, champ.
Yeah, I mean, look, maybe it's not a hot topic. A lot of people believe that this is a fight that isn't going to happen.
No. This is a hot topic. This has to be a hot topic because, bro, this was one of the more significant things to come out of, and honestly, one of the more shocking things to come out of the WBC convention.
It was shocking, but again, a lot of these orders end up not happening.
But
And usually because of things like this, because of the politics, the powers that be, obviously this is a PBC top-ranked fight. But I did want to do this show regardless of what the journalists are writing, what Bob Arum is saying, because I think that Shakur needs to understand that Bob Arum would fail him if he doesn't get him this fight.
I knew it, baby. It's YouTube, man. Look at the chat. They flooding us, champ. It's YouTube. That's a glitch. We got about 438 different mofos in the chat right now, man. Come on.
I don't know.
It's a glitch, man. They love us. They definitely love us. Look at that.
But, yeah, man, I think that Bob Arum and Top Rank will fail Shakur. Can they get him a bigger fight than this?
Whoa. Why do you think that?
Okay, because can they get him a bigger fight than this? Devin Haney and Lomachenko are busy. Mm-hmm. End of story. What else do they got for him at 35? I'll wait.
Man, it's his first fight at 35. You got to throw him a Nakatani or some shit.
Exactly. So is Nakatani more popular than Isaac Pitbull Cruz?
You feel me?
Exactly.
He's
so
not.
they would be failing him if they don't get him this freelancer. Okay? He's not with PBC. Is PBC entitled or would feel entitled to some sort of stake in Pitbull because they've built them? Absolutely. But this is a Sean Gibbons fighter. Okay? So if the offer is right, Pitbull can go. Now, yes, I know a lot of you detractors out there are going to say, well, look, Pitbull already said no to Ryan. Cool. That was then. This is now. That was then and this is now. And this goes to show that Leonard Ellerbe is a truth teller. Because how many people want this fight for Shakur? How many people wanted Ryan to fight Isaac? How many people don't mind Isaac to fight Tank again in a rematch? And the same goes for Rolly. Keyshawn wants a piece of Rolly. We could come up with 100 different variations of fighters with Rolly that we like. And all that stems from them fighting Tank. Barrios got a secondary pay-per-view after a loss because he fought Tank. If Top Rank drops the ball, they have failed Shakur Stevenson. To have a common opponent with Tank, to put it out there for the Stephen A. Smiths, the Max Kellermans, and all of us to discuss and compare performances to possibly do better than Tank, who had to go 12.
Let me ask you this.
You dropping the ball, Bob.
Let me ask you this.
Todd, you dropping the ball.
No, let me ask you this. I mean, it take two to tango.
It absolutely does.
So what is it that Top Rank can do that still won't
Send
be?
a respectable offer.
No, listen, that still won't be enough for Sean Gibbons.
What you mean still won't be enough?
Because a lot of people don't think that this is going to happen. You seem to think that it may fall on Bob's end. Other people may think they may feel that it falls on, Pitbull Cruz's end.
Why?
Some people, for one, the Ryan thing is proven. And even with this.
Well, slow down. Everybody know Ryan represents a bag. So just like Rashidi Ellis's trainer came on this show and finally revealed that they received an offer from Golden Boy to fight Virgil Ortiz, and it wasn't enough money. So for Pitbull, he received an offer to fight Ryan, and it wasn't enough money. Why? Because when everybody fights Canelo, they want to receive $10 million because it's Canelo. So it's not far-fetched for me to believe that these people want to receive a big payday because it's Ryan.
So let me ask you this. If you Pitbull and you know what came from taking an L to Tank.
Do you take another L to Tank?
Who is far more proven?
Do you take another L to Tank?
Or do you go?
No, I'm asking you. Do you already turn down the Ryan fight? Now do you turn down the silver medalist, two-time champion?
I'm talking back then.
No, and I'm talking all together. You put yourself in Isaac's shoes. Are you going to say no again? Are you going to let your team say no again to now Shakur on top of Ryan? And what's your caveat? Maybe a Tank fight?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens to your career if you lose twice to Tank? Everybody gave you the right now. Listen to me. Don't forget what's happening. He's getting the benefit of the doubt because Tank was injured. 100% Tank smokes this fool. And that facade is over.
I'm not
that popularity. That popularity
with
is
that.
done. That popularity is fucking done. You guys are ranking this dude because Tank had one hand. He will not go 12 with Tank 100%. You know it and I know it.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So then why would we ruin him? We've built a star. To send him right back in a fight with Tank, to let that star no longer be able to burn?
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I was talking about then that he could have went into that round fight.
Listen to me.
And
imagine going 12, the same 12 you went with Tank with Shakur and still losing. What's worse, to lose back-to-back to Tank or to lose the Tank and lose the Shakur in the same manner that you did when you lost the Tank? People gonna lie you. He just went 12 with the two best in the world. Come on, bro.
Not just that, but
everybody would be fucking up everybody's career if this fight doesn't happen.
Not just that, but if that fight ever happens, ain't no way in hell they don't get that fight for Shakur.
What? The Tank fight?
No. I'm saying like Top Rank, ESPN, J Print, like everybody's gonna make sure that they're the ones. They're A-side in the sense of they win if it go to purse bids and all that.
I don't even think it should come to that. I think that they can easily pay Gibbons a fee and host a beautiful fight, put it in a nice LA or Texas to make sure that we get some of the
Houston.
Some of the
Houston.
Eastside Cruz fans.
Shakur's second home. Houston, Texas.
All I know is that this is a fight that needs to happen. Both teams would be failing the fighters because what is Gibbons giving Eastside Cruz that's bigger than Shakur? And the only thing you can say is Tank, but we know he gonna lose. So we're literally saying, yo, go lose twice. That's better than trying to win versus Shakur. Like, I don't know. We need a poll for sure.
Could that money have been so nice that he I don't even want to risk not making more than.
Listen, Sean Gibbons.
He's gonna make more than second
Sean
time
Gibbons
around.
is a very
outspoken.
He's a very good manager, advisor. He's been in this game for a while. He's got big names as we speak. He's had big names as big as Pacquiao. So, yeah, I think he can negotiate some sort of back-end pay-per-view split for Pitbull Cruz because his notoriety has grown. People care to see him. Like, you know, he's a good B-side right now. But what is our poll? Do we keep it as simple as does this fight happen? I know there's so much negativity in boxing that we're gonna get a black and white answer.
Champ, I'm gonna say really quick, even though I don't believe it will be. Want your opinion because of the investment that Al and PBC have made into Pitbull and
co-promoted then.
No, I was gonna ask you.
Co-broadcast, whatever they gotta do.
Do you see them, even though he's not tied to them, do you see them trying to get involved?
Do I see PBC wanting? PBC don't got dates. Tell them motherfuckers sit down somewhere. You feel me? Like, that's all they want to do is stick their nose and shit when it's a big fight. Get some of the mediocre dudes some dates. If right now they giving you, man, they got some mediocre dudes that ain't getting no fights. They got dudes that got to finish developing, ain't getting no fights.
Man, they got guys, they got champs ain't getting no fights.
All right, then. So that's what I'm saying. Accept the promoter fee. Let Cruz go do his motherfucking thing. You know? And what if Cruz wins? What if he gets a draw? What if it's a DQ like Montana Love? What if Shakur got a hold? We don't know. That's a good-ass warrior to send out there to try and bring back some clout to BBC. He ain't going to lay down.
He ain't going to lay down.
So that's a good fight.
He ain't gonna
That's
lay
a
down.
good fight, man. They would be doing a disservice to the sport and to both of those fighters. The Tank fanboys that want to see Isak again, you know Tank going to smoke him on his second fight. Tank already in the gym. And Tank, it's a different Tank. This ain't the Tank of the past that's a little immature and they're still partying. My man in the gym. He giving praise to his trainer 2 days ago. He's got a goal to fulfill. And he said it in that post for his trainer. You know, it's his job to make his trainer's name legendary and never be forgotten. So is Cruz the man to stop Tank? The fuck out of here. This ain't Diego Corrales and Floyd Mayweather, and we know what happened there. So, did I say Diego? Well, I meant Castillo. That's what I meant. We know what happened there. I mean, Diego too, but he didn't get a rematch.
No.
He got smoked in the first one. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, that was a decent fight. A star was born. Let that star go burn. Let that star get some international, global exposure, right? ESPN is the worldwide leader in sports. Let him go sit down with Max. Let him sit down with Bernardo Osuna. Let him go to ESPN Deportes with Juan Manuel Marquez. Let's get behind this fight, man. Do not allow these promoters to just tell you, oh, well, I don't think Isak Cruz is going to want that fight. Well, Bob, did you send an offer? Where's the follow-up questions, you bum-ass reporters? Y'all some fucking bums. One question pansies. You know what I'm saying? Well, Bob.
It's written down, too.
The WBC ordered Shakur versus Cruz. I don't think that fight's going to happen. Okay, next subject.
Yo, it's
dumbass out of here.
All right, this morning when I text you, I almost screen recorded maybe like a 3-minute clip of a reporter going at it with Dana. But I knew because it was UFC, you probably wouldn't have paid it no mind. So I didn't take the trouble to do that. I don't know that the guy was a reporter, and I'm gonna be honest, he was being a bit ignorant, but he kept challenging him on something that, to be honest, to be fair, he didn't give a straight up answer at first. You know what I'm saying? And then he did, and then the guy just kept being a dickhead about it. But I felt like you would have appreciated, a reporter who challenged, a high figure like Bob Arum or Dana White.
Yeah, look, it's rock in a hard place, right? You challenge a person like that, and you can end up being blacklisted.
Oh, yeah.
You can end up not being allowed into the events to do your job. And now you're on the outside looking in, watching the bums perform. knowing that they're not doing what it is that you would have done. So it is what it is. But I'm not just going to be a speaker. I'm going to be a doer. We're going to set that up. Contact Bob. We're going to the headquarters. This is not, we're no longer going to sit around like the rest of you pansies. We're going to get that follow-up question. And I got Gibbons' number, but boy, is he the worst at responding.
Is he?
For sure. But I got some quotes here from good old Bob Father. And he spoke to FightHype.com, and he said, "I don't think so," said Arum, when asked if a matchup between Stevenson and Cruz becomes a reality. I don't think Cruz really is anxious to fight him. I don't think anybody's really anxious to fight Shakur, so I don't think that fight will happen. I think we'll probably go in a different direction for Shakur. I don't blame Cruz for not wanting the fight. Now, this is my issue with this quote. He's like, I don't think Cruz wants it. You should find out for sure. You should find out for sure, because assuming, that gets you nowhere. Put out an offer, do your job for your fighter, so that he at least can have something to fall back on and say, look, we sent an offer, Not, Bob said Isaac doesn't want the fight, because I highly doubt that. We know that the fighters fight. If the fighters were left to negotiate, they would fight. Purses would not be of any relevancy. But Shakur on Twitter, his verified Twitter, he says, I don't duck and dodge anybody. So, clear as day that he wants that fight. And he's been receiving a lot on Twitter. He's been talking about this fight because there are a lot of people that assume that he wouldn't take it, Why, I don't know. I think he'd be a clear favorite. I don't even think it'd be like 60-40. I think it'd at least be 70-30, If Tank was able to outbox him with one arm, what would Shakur do with two, So I get Bob in assuming that the team of Cruz wouldn't want it because they see it's a loss, Most of the experts would consider it to be a loss for Cruz. We just would think it would be a very competitive fight. That's all.
I don't know.
You don't think it'll even be competitive?
Bro, like,
I think I'm gonna
be honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So, yeah, so that might mean like 9-3. You get what I'm saying? To me, Tank won 8-4. Like, and with what you say, one arm, like, man, I don't think it would even be, that close. But nonetheless, that's why they got to get in there. Hopefully they do. Because I think that this is a good matchup. And like you said, who could top-rank match?
That we're going to be excited. Like, when you said Nakatani, you took all the air out of me. Like, that was a flat tire. And Comey is a flat tire. I don't want to see Comey. That doesn't do it for me. That's another Jeremiah Nakatilia. That's a nobody that nobody is getting up for. No one's coming to see that shit. You putting all the ticket sales on the back of Shakur. I don't know, man. I don't know.
What about Maxie Hughes?
I mean, it was good enough for Devin. It's good enough for Shakur. But again, what's the bigger fight? Isaac Cruz or Maxie Hughes? It's very simple. They would be failing Shakur. I'm telling you, they failing this man if they don't get him this fight. They failing him. And they're failing Cruz too. The ball isn't only in Shakur's side. Sean Gibbons would be failing Cruz too. He knows it. What else is bigger than? That makes sense. because I got to keep repeating myself because the fanboys are going to say, well, he can always rematch Tank and lose? What sense does it make? Like, give the man another opportunity. At least this is another look. It's a possibility.
Something we ain't saying.
You already know what you getting if you jump in there with Tank. Y'all been there, done that. So, I don't know.
That's the poll.
What?
Well, who is Shakur's next fight?
But don't we need to give them the options? And then if we asking who's Shakur, we want to know who's Cruz next fight as well. I need a poll. Where my producers at, man?
I'm texting them now.
I need a poll, man. We got to start a poll. This is a fight, man. But listen, we are taking callers. If you are on our Twitter space, go ahead and request to speak. We're taking callers on Discord. You could join us there. Go ahead and raise your hand if you're ready to rock and roll. We really want your thoughts on this particular subject, which obviously we're discussing the WBC ordering Shakur Stevenson versus Isaac Cruz, the pit bull, to fight. And in a perfect world, these two promoters would be able to negotiate and get this done without having to go to purse bid or anything like that. Now, I don't know, Danny, do orders go to purse bid?
Do orders go to purse bid?
Yeah, like WBC ordered it. Does Top Rank just say, man, fuck that, and that's that? Or, like, if you can't negotiate, does it now go to purse bid?
I don't know how the BC does it because I know with the WBO, right, you're able to negotiate based on the numbers you draw and your previous purses. And Shakur actually did that. When I say him, someone on his team, somebody representing him, did it for the Jamel Herring fight, if I'm not mistaken, because Jamel was the champ in that fight, but Shakur, the bigger name. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how the BC does it.
Yeah, man, because that's interesting to know. Does this just fall by the wayside, or can one of these entities say, no, we want this fight, let's go to purse bid. We want the rights to promote it. We want this on ESPN, or we want this on Fox or Showtime. Like, that's something that would be interesting to know. But I did put the link for the Discord in our live chat.
And I'm checking on Twitter. Nobody as of yet, but if anybody would like to speak on Twitter, please request to do so.
And now I am putting the Twitter link as well in the live chat. If you want to join us on Twitter Spaces so that you can have the ability to call in, remember, just request to speak. We are talking the WBC ordering Shakur Stevenson versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Some rumors surfacing from Facebook that Isaac's dad has already said he doesn't want the fight and that he prefers Lomachenko, which makes no sense because, they're on the same side of the street. But I get it. Loma's older and probably easier to get the win over as the youth of Shakur and the skill of Shakur are at their prime. But it looks like we got Ari Boxing Talk requesting to speak, Danny, on Twitter Spaces.
I'm actually texting for Bob Arum right now, so could you get that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, my bad, champ. I'm sorry.
Ari,
they replied.
Get your mic in order. We going to you. What up?
Good morning, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
What's up?
So yeah, there was rumors that well, here's the thing. Michelle Rivera said that Isaac Cruz, they declined to fight him, right? And then there's also rumors that Isaac Cruz's team turned down a fight with Frank Martin as well. So I highly doubt that his team will take a fight with Shakur. But like you said,
but think about it, Ari. Both those names are less than Shakur Stevenson by far.
Correct. I agree with that.
Less accomplished, less popular, less social media following, been on the bigger stage less time. So many lesses is ridiculous.
Correct. I agree with you on all aspects. And I do agree with you that Bob Arum should at least, send an offer over just to find out. You can't assume that he's not going to take it. So I think Bob should send him an offer and then see what happens. In my personal opinion, I think Cruz is kind of just waiting around, hoping to get another Tank fight. To be honest, because the guys that he's been fighting.
But what do you think he gets from a Tank fight? Because I've been asking my co-host that. I'd love to get your opinion.
I think he just gets. I think everybody wants to. Part of the reason why everybody wants to fight Tank is the big money fight, right? We know that Tank Davis is the big money fight at 135 for anybody. So I think that's the benefit that he gets. I mean, he'll lose again, but at least he'll lose to get a big money fight. You get what I'm saying?
But don't you think it's more devastating for his career to lose to the same person back to back, bro? Don't you think as a manager you should guide your fighter away from the same loss twice?
That I agree with, but the thing is, it's about money. It's about money. Think about it. Would they rather lose? Would they rather lose? Let's say, for example, would they rather lose 12 rounds to Shakur and get paid? Let's say they get paid $1.5 million, or then let's say fight Tank and lose to Tank and get $2 to $3 million. You get what I'm saying? I'm just. No, I'm not saying that's what he's making. I'm not.
I know, but
I'm not saying that's what he's gonna get. But what I'm saying is, like, would you rather lose to Shakur for $1 million or lose to Tank for $2 million? You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's unfortunate, man, because I really like this fight for the two of these men.
I agree with you. I think if it's a fight they put together, it's definitely a fight that they can sell. You know what I'm saying? People will definitely tune in. People will definitely, will attend the fight. I just think it's unfortunate that, a lot of times the managers and the promoters get in the way of these fights from happening. Listen, guys. Hey, did you guys figure out how to put the polls here on Twitter?
We just haven't done one yet. We figured it out. We just don't know what poll to do. Do you have a recommendation?
No. Like, for example, like you guys are doing like who should Shakur fight next or who should Pitbull fight next or whatever. Like you guys can do that right now and tweet it and just add it on top of the board. He's talking about Twitter.
He's talking about Twitter. All right, Ari. Yeah. Danny's gonna get on that.
Hey, thank you very much, guys. You guys have a good day.
You too, brother. We appreciate you calling in. So, honestly, we're gonna have to do two polls, and I don't know if we get the same amount of votes on both polls because it's like, who do you want to see Shakur fight next? Who do you want to see Cruz fight next? If they can't fight each other, so that's two separate polls. We do got another request on Twitter, but one moment.
Who is this?
Uno momentos. We got Gregory Donovan, who's been the champ on our YouTube members for 22 meses, 2 months away from 2 years. So shout out to you because we really do appreciate you, Gregory. He says, if it's true that he's turning down all these fights, I think they just want him to be the A-side in each fight. I don't know who's he the A-side with because it definitely won't be versus Rolly, Tank, Shakur, Ryan. Like, who's he going to fight and he's the A-side? He already I don't even know if those rumors are true from the last caller about him turning down Michelle Rivera and who else he said? Frank Martin. But obviously he wouldn't be the A-side versus Martin. Martin is an Earl Spence fighter who's the A-side main event right now versus Michelle Rivera. Go figure.
Going out to – did you get to R. Jonesy's member chat?
No,
R. Jonesy member for 2 months at the contender level.
Shout out.
says, am I tripping or did Cruz dad say they don't want the Shakur fight over the weekend? Question mark.
Yeah, but that's a quote from a Facebook post. Like, I need to see more than that. And I get Boxing 24 ran with the quote, but they also didn't source it. They didn't put where it comes from. So I don't know. I'm not ready to condemn Cruz and his team for a Facebook post that none of the major outlets have picked up. Yes, Boxing 24 could be considered a major with the amount of traffic they get, but, you know, we know that they don't really source a lot of times, man. And that's not how you should be doing things. Not of this nature, you know.
Let me go out to Twitter. We do have CW205. I feel like
that must be C-Dub, who was having issues yesterday with Twitter.
Let's try him.
Let's see. He had to call in on Discord ultimately.
It's connecting. Let's see.
You got to unmute C-Dub. See, yeah, he hasn't figured it out on Twitter yet. He'll probably be migrating back over to Discord in any minute.
And we're going to come back to you, champ, but we got Jay Hardcore.
Boxing news from D.C. What it do?
Talk to us, champ. Got unmute, champ. You got unmute. Go ahead and talk to us.
Is it me?
It is you.
That's your name, champ. What up?
No, I didn't hear you all. It went blank for a minute, so I didn't hear anything. Hey, how y'all feeling today?
All good, man. Happy to have you.
I'm high.
Oh, man, it's a pleasure to be had, fellas. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Ness. I haven't seen anything else, a direct tweet from his camp or anything like that. So until I actually hear that, you know, I don't want to believe it. I mean, I know Bob said it, but that was Bob speaking on behalf of the Cruz team. And you know how Bob is. You know Bob don't want it because Bob wants everything in-house. And he got three people right there that he can actually make money with. So for him to want to have an outsider, that definitely ain't Bob's move at all. So, yeah, I until I actually hear it from the horse's mouth, I'm not going to believe it. I think it would be a good fight. But the way Shakur controls distance, man, I just can't see that kid getting in whatsoever. He'll keep him off on the jab, and the kid will probably never get in. I know he's relentless in everything, but one thing about Shakur, man, he knows how to work that ring totally, man. And I just feel though that it'd just be a boxing lesson, to be truthfully honest. Yeah, but, you know, that's about all I got, man. I enjoyed some boxing this weekend, so that was always good. I appreciate you all going to the convention because I learned a lot, you know what I mean? So I definitely learned a lot from you all being there. And, shoot, a lot of fighters really need to go to that convention if they can be heard and get things pushed forward. So I hope they were listening to your podcast as well, so they can realize that they need to be at these conventions, actually, or at least have someone representing them, like how the young lady did, Bumgarner. She did that for Harrison, and that worked out perfect for him. So look, I mean, they need to get out there, man. A closed mouth don't get fed. But this Jay Hardcore Boxing News, I'm out of here, fellas.
All right. Jay Hardcore, thank you for joining us. Remember, if you want to join us, you can do that via Twitter Spaces and or Discord. Looks like we got C-Dub on Discord. Talk to me.
Yo.
What's up, brother?
Everything cool, man. Man, I don't know, man. It worked the first time I tried it and tested it. Everything worked just fine. So I'm not sure. I can't hear nothing you all say once you select me. Like I can hear the show just fine, but once you select me, it just go mute. So I mean, I may have to check my settings on my iPhone or something. But yeah, man, get to the call. Shout out panel, Ringwalk Danny. Y'all smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself. You know, social media, man. You know, we know what sides of the street now. You know, so Cruz would not take the fight. The risk not worth the reward. No belt. the in-house Tank, no belt is bigger money. Shakur would not take the fight. The risk not worth the reward. I mean, he can go any direction he want to and have an in-house. I mean, he's Shakur. He's a big name, and he don't have to take the Cruz fight. But let's pretend that sides of the street don't exist. Let's pretend, right? It's crazy in the chat. You know, mostly people think Shakur is going to walk through Cruz. You think that too, right, Ness? Danny?
I certainly think he's a
that's
60,
food.
60, 40, 70, 30 fight.
Yeah, I think that's a 70-30 fight. I think that's food.
Wow. So, and Shakur moving up in weight, but this man can still walk on water. Like,
you must forget that he spars welterweights too.
Not just
I
that.
don't forget that.
Not
I don't forget
Not
it.
just that. Not just that.
And we're talking,
not just that.
arguably one of the best in the world.
Not arguably. When you have moved now through 2 divisions, not just conquering championships successfully, but check the fucking stats. He is top 3 in least getting hit percentage. You gotta be a bad motherfucker to do that shit.
Oh yeah,
two
the
divisions.
accolades are great. The accolades are great, man. But I'm just the confidence and the just very confident that after he's moving up, so we still have to have these questions.
That is
on
food.
Can he do it at the
you
next
asked
weight?
the question. I'm answering your question. That is food. Shout out to Foodie Fit. You feel me? And since we talking Houston, shout out to Turkey Leg Hut. I fuck with them too. I fuck with Turkey Leg, but yeah, that is food.
Okay, so he food. So I mean, okay, so he gonna do good, but people saying that he's not gonna get touched. And Cruz is a pressure fighter, so
I mean, it's a
isn't
fight.
it more realistic to say, let's see how he gonna handle the pressure?
More reason why this fight needs to happen.
Like this man ain't gonna get touched though.
More reason why the fight needs to happen.
I ain't say that.
Okay. What'd you say, Ness?
More reason why this fight needs to happen. More reason why our energy should be optimistic. We should be demanding of this fight versus giving them a pass to get out of this fight.
Correct. Yeah, we want it, man. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. We do want the fight. It is a great fight. But yeah, I think it's going to be tighter, and Shakur is going to have to answer more questions against Cruz than y'all think, because it's not going to be a pretty boxing match. He's going to be in the fire, and we're going to see what he do against somebody, in a bigger in the next class moving up, the next weight moving up.
Man, that fire
shout out
lasting long. Bro, that fire just to light the blunt, champ. What the fuck you talking about? That fire just to light the blunt.
We'll see. We gotta see. This is this weight up, so we'll see, bro. Shout out to he smashed that like button. It's free.
Yo, technically he was a lightweight in his last fight. Came in a bit over. He was technically a lightweight. But who else we got, Ness? Anybody on Discord?
Well, damn.
Send me that. Yeah, send me that. Oh, wow. Bro, that's so crazy. I was just reading into that person last night.
And you didn't see that?
No.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. That is
that's interesting. Yeah, I like that.
All right, we got a bunch of people on Twitter Spaces. If you feel like you want to get it off your chest, you want to tell us how you feel about the WBC ordering Shakur Stevenson versus Isaac Cruz, go ahead and request to speak. Also, we're using Discord. We got Mr. CYP, California. What up?
Yo, let me know.
We hear you.
Yo.
All right, listen. Good weekend over. Have a good week, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Let me start off nice. Now, let me be myself. I always find it fun. I always got to argue with cats about Tank. Tank don't fight nobody. Tank a cherry picker. I say, well, goddamn, how good are them goddamn cherries Tank be picking? Because Barrio's getting big fights. Rolly getting big fights. Cruz getting big fights. I'm confused. I'm confused here. I'm talking to most of y'all backcall clowns. Whoever wanted to debate me there about Tank, you better take that out of your arsenal that he don't fight nobody because your favorite fighter is fighting this dude and want to fight him to put them on their resume. So let's stop that bullshit. Because Tank is that guy. And I'm getting tired of looking all around YouTube on all these channels, right? And they always got these posts. They say, who's the best lightweight? 40,000 votes, 20,000 votes, 30,000 votes. Tank has been number one on every single page of every single boxer, whether it's ES News, whether it's whoever. Tank always seems to be that guy. So if anybody want to argue that debate, you got 40,000 people to argue against. Because Tank is that guy. And the fact that Shakur want to fight him proves it even more. But, you know, if one of y'all pissed me off, I'll be back. But other than that, y'all did well out there, man. I was looking at the stories. Y'all had a good time out there. It looked like it's real fun and shit. And, I'm actually proud to see y'all out there representing TBV everywhere because a lot of people don't get to represent like y'all get to represent. Y'all really are starting to become the place to go for boxing. And that's facts. CYP
Hey,
out.
CYP, hold on.
Yeah.
Don't forget, champ. It's only a couple weeks away.
Oh no! Don't you get it twisted either, my man.
Brother,
listen to me,
brother.
I'm
y'all
locked and
was no
loaded.
different. Y'all was no different than Pitbull Cruz, champ. Y'all fool. Y'all fool.
Hey,
we
hey,
play real
we gonna
opponents.
See.
We play real dogs.
Hey, we gonna see. Hey, you remember our conference got 5 people in the top 25, man.
That
we
ain't
got 5
played
teams in the top
nobody.
25. So stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. We got the second
Y'all
strongest
all
conference
played
in
each other
football.
sloppy seconds. Y'all all played each other
bullshit.
sloppy seconds, champ. We appreciate the call.
We appreciate you. 275, and that's not the weight class. Let's go.
Definitely not my weight class. I ain't never seen that.
So I'm going through. Let me screen share this because there's really no one for Shakur to fight. So I don't want you guys to just,
we got a lot of callers.
Be turned
on,
off
on
by
Twitter
this
now,
fight.
Ness.
No worries. We're going right to them. So I want you to see this. Number one is obviously Tank. The order doesn't really matter because, we just need the names. Tank, he's his own man. There's rumors he's negotiating with Ryan. Devin, heavy rumors he's fighting number 4, Lomachenko. Kambosos suffered 2 back-to-back losses, licking wounds. Isak ordered to fight Shakur. William Cepeda just beat JoJo. From there, which is number 6, the list gets really weak, right? Who the hell is Shuichiro Yoshinio?
Never heard of him.
Exactly. Jeremiah Nakatilia, Shakur already fought him, so he can't fight him again. Gustavo Daniel Lemongs. I think that might motherfucking be that.
He was at the convention, no?
That's Samson's fighter.
He was at, okay.
That's Samson's
fighter.
fighter.
That's what that name, yeah. That's
okay,
why that name is fresh
but
in
that
my
doesn't
mind.
mean anything. He's 28-0, and we don't know him
Ooh,
well
Abdulayev.
No. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. He got a beautiful knockout over
Linares.
But he was losing every round till then, so he'll lose every round.
I think he was losing the fight.
The saddest thing is that looking at this list, the best thing is what you offered. Like if you don't fight Isak Cruz, Maxie Hughes is the best next name because it comes with the IBO belt. And
De lo mío.
But it's not even an undefeated record. Maxie Hughes is 26-5-2.
Ugas had 4 losses, Papa.
So, again, this is a disservice. The biggest name is Isak Cruz that is available. Unless you're going to go in there with William Cepeda, who is less popular than Isak and probably more dangerous. That motherfucker threw, 1,500 punches the last fight with JoJo?
Man, I ain't going to lie to you. I want to see that Pitbull fight, Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
In Madison Square?
MSG, let's do it.
So I need names. I don't know who to put on this poll. I got so far William Cepeda.
Pitbull.
But how we gonna put Pitbull if he's the one that
No. I mean, that's what was ordered. You gotta throw him on there.
Everybody's gonna want that. The question is, if not Cruz, who should he fight? Because that's the thing. If Bob fails him, what's the next best thing? And you need to see it for yourself how horrible it is. So, All right, I'll find these names on my own.
And you don't
I'll
gotta
have
put.
to give them.
Nah, I'm saying you don't gotta put
Gustavo.
4. You don't gotta put 4 either.
No, you got to. We're gonna put Gustavo Lemon from Argentina. He looks like a young Diego
Man,
Chavez.
Samson gonna want he gonna want about $10 for that.
We'll put
Bro,
Zaur Abdullahi.
He wanted 7 for Boo Boo. He gonna want 10 for Core.
Yeah, but now he said now Boo Boo's ready to negotiate.
Samson just be trolling, man.
Yo, Samson be funny. And then Maxie Hughes, because Michelle Rivera is obviously busy fighting, Earl's fighter, Frank Martin. So we finally got a poll with horrible names. If it ain't Isak, what is Shakur doing? He gonna have to sit and wait for Devin Loma winner. This shit is nasty. I don't like none of them names. That's not a good name. Like William Cepeda, Gustavo Daniel Lemon. I guess that's the best, Daniel. Yo,
is it Lemon or Lemos? Because you put Lemos.
I mean, I copied and pasted, so it's Lemos.
Oh.
That's even worse. It's not even Limon. Let me go to Chopstick Chavo.
Talk to us. Make sure to unmute on Twitter. Where you joining us from, Chopstick?
Danny, do the poll. Pin the poll on Twitter. You don't know how to do it?
I'm trying to. Let me see.
They said you could do that.
Yeah.
Yo.
What up?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Perfect.
We hear you.
All right, yeah. I just want to touch on the Cruz and Tank thing, like what last dude said about Tank's opponents. It's because Tank is just popular. He give him a name, and the next fight they could just go lose. Like he went to go fight Keith Thurman, he knew he would lose. And about Cruz, he don't even believe in himself. To be honest, what I'm seeing after that Tank fight, he just been fighting trash cans. Like, I don't even know these people. He knocking them out in like 30 seconds. And I think he knows he can't deal with a master boxer. He couldn't deal with somebody with a high ring IQ with one hand. So there will be no way he can cut off the ring and beat up on Shakur in any type of way. He just throw hook after hook, and that's about it. That's where his skill level goes. I don't see any type of intellect in the ring. He just has to take defense, and it's very short. So it's a little hard to hit him. Not really. If he's in there with somebody, if he's actually in there with somebody, but he's never even been in there with I wouldn't even say a C-class fighter unless it was after their time, besides Tank.
So Gamboa was done?
Man, you know Gamboa was past done. That nigga was past done.
I mean, you might be a Cuban, bro. Let me tell you something. Bro, I've been going to these Cubans out here in North Vegas when I used to have hair to cut my hair. Yo, these motherfuckers didn't matter. If you was from La Isla, they betting on you. Champ, I raped them for Lomachenko Rigondeaux. They was silly. So maybe you could have been Cuban. You never know.
No, but yeah, he and then Bob, I don't know why he stuck with Bob. I would have been left Bob ass after he told me he didn't want me to get undisputed.
Word. That was crazy.
I've been stopped fucking with Bob. Yeah, and Bob is known. It's like he's known for doing weird shit like that.
You know how it is, though. You really can't get out of a deal unless you buying out that deal. And his managers, he's in bed with Top Rank heavy.
Yeah, he need to go ahead and give. Because I believe back in the day, dude put that pressure on him for some money that Mayweather owed him. Jay Prince. So go ahead, call up the mob ties and go ahead and get up off that shit. Because this man treating a dude like what he been doing to everybody, like what he been doing to certain fighters, like Terrence Crawford and shit like that. And him, it seems like a repeating thing. So I don't know why people just keep going to fuck with him.
I hear you, champ.
Appreciate it, champ.
For calling in.
We got the fans corner next on Twitter. Make sure to unmute. Talk to us, champ.
Lidge Low, where you at? You got to unmute, champ.
What's happening, man?
What's up?
Man, everything, Coach. Welcome back to you guys. Welcome back, man.
Appreciate it.
So I just want to say, I take a 5'7" with a 60 arm reach, Shakur Stevenson against a 5'4", 63 arm reach, Pitbull. Shout out to Pitbull though, but as we all know, and if you have watched Shakur, man, him against a small guy finna be like a goddamn Great Dane stepping on a Chihuahua, man. I don't know. But I don't watch it, you know what I'm saying? Because I know Core gonna do what he do. Shout out to Serafina, man. Y'all did that little interview at the WBC convention, man. Shout out to her. I really dig her energy. I see she was on Twitter Spaces. So shout out to you, Sarah. And yeah, do y'all got any other spicy news other than this, bro? Like, is it anything that came close to Shakur and Pitbull from the WBC convention? And
Man,
that's my call, man.
We got something that's 20 times better than that we just can't share.
Oh, bet. That's all I wanted to know, man. Y'all stay up.
No, honestly, no, and that wasn't even from the convention. That was right before the convention.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What is that?
I mean, obviously I can't say it, but yeah.
I mean, your camera, your face ain't on camera. I got Sweet Hands Fernandez that says, Ness, Danny, TBV Familia, what up? It's been a while. It's been a while since I caught a show live. Y'all looking good, and the show is killing it. Flexing emoji, but Shakur clears all. Let's go to who we got on Discord. LV Slugger, what up?
LV.
LV, what up? Talk to us.
TBV, fellas.
What up?
What up?
What up, yeah, man. This is a nice fight. You know, I'm all for it if it happened, but you know, understanding the business of boxing, you know, I don't see it happen, man. You know, two different sides of the street. And, you know, and seeing what Bob said, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see it happening. I seen a quote with Cruz father saying, you know, they wouldn't like this fight, you know, so
yeah,
you know, I just don't
where was that quote from?
But I see it again.
Where was the quote from?
Oh, I don't know how reliable the source is, but
wow.
I put the quote in the chat. It's in the chat. It's in the 24/7 chat. I put it in the. But the daddy was saying they wouldn't like that fight for Cruz. They'd rather fight Lomas, something like that. But usually though, but if you look at the history of the sport, you know, usually the black athletic fighter, you know, usually the type of style that gives them problems is the come forward Mexican style with power. So, you know, he probably can give Shakur some problems, but you know, understanding Shakur's ability, him being one of the most defensive fighters in the sport, and you know, understanding his distance as good as he is, I just see him 10-2 Cruz, man, to be real. So I mean, if we get it, I'm all for it. You know, Cruz on a knockout streak, he had that a good performance against Tank, you know, but I just think Shakur with his style, he 10-2 Cruz, man. But I think Cruz get a big payday with the Tank fight, you know, understanding him being the biggest star. And after seeing what he did the first time against Tank, I think it'll be a nice little pay-per-view over there on PBC. So he might get a big back end. So, you know what I'm saying? I just think that's more realistic rather than the Shakur fight. But yeah, man, that's all I got.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. Appreciate it. Remember, you guys can hit us up on Twitter Spaces and or Discord. We got a $10 super chat from Deji, who lost to Mayweather. He says, what about Jermaine Ortiz versus Shakur Stevenson? Even though Ortiz lost, he proved himself as an elite fighter. Stevenson running through Cruz, not Ortiz.
I agree.
I don't know that I want to see Ortiz go right in there.
Yeah, I don't know that I want to see him go right into that.
Like his manager wouldn't be shit if you putting him in there with Loma and then you putting him in there with Shakur back to back.
No,
at least didn't Pitbull at least get a tune-up after
He got Gamboa.
There you go.
He got Gamboa.
Come on, man. Don't do him like that. Why you want to go and do him like that?
Do him that bone.
I'm saying. But we got London Runs Boxing. It says they got to fight. They right there in the WBO too. Is that true? Let's see that. WBO did just update. Let's see if they put it out.
Trying to get that pulled up now.
Because usually it takes about a month. But at 135, WBO has Haney as their champ, Vasil as their number 1, Shakur as their numero dos. And coming in at number 3, it looks like we have Isaac Cruz. So this could easily be a mandatory in any of the sanctioning bodies. Gustavo Lemos is number 1 in the IBF. So pretty soon Haney gonna have to deal with that too. So yeah, man, interesting. But we are still taking callers.
Lil Tommy on Twitter, unmute and talk to us.
What up, Lil Tommy? Hey yo, Tommy.
Hey yo, Tommy.
Yo, what
Yo, you got me?
We got you.
What's going on? Let's take it off Bluetooth real. Yeah, I was gonna say,
It's got the WBC don't mandate their belt. You know, somebody else probably can if he thought it was ranked somewhere else, like you just said, number 3 in WBO. But with Danny, with me listening to the show and Danny saying how he booed and stuff, I don't want to watch the fight no more. I don't like watching just a fight where a guy just gonna walk through another guy. So instead of pushing for the Cruz fight, why won't everybody push for, like, I don't know,
in a quarter mile, use any lane to take the Florida 10 Arlington Expressway exit.
Yeah, I know where you're going now.
Oh, you lacking, Chan. We got.
Damn, why we
I'm
getting
lagging.
feedback?
Why we getting feedback?
I have to shut up.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Kinda. It sound bad.
I mean, I don't know why it sounds bad. That's the Twitter space there. But
Yeah, I just removed them right quick, champ. Hold on, I ain't hating, but
Yeah, it was him because he's on the car phone.
Oh, okay.
So it kept looping. As you can see, we not looping anymore.
My bad, Thomas.
But little Tommy just called back. Don't use car phone. We going to Majid in Ohio.
Majid.
Hey, what up, man? I hope y'all can hear me.
You sound sensational.
Everybody like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. I think I'm gonna start off with a random fucking take. That dude Anthony Taylor that jumped in that ring in Dubai, fucking acting like he want to fight Mayweather and he tough and fucking crazy. I got something for that nigga. One day saying he crazy, right? Put him against Rolly and shit in one of those exhibitions and shit for the crazy guy that want to be seen and heard and shit. All right, there you go. That's a little thing. I know that's just a dream fight or whatever. I just want to see him get his ass whooped. But other than that, with this 135 Shakur Eastside Cruz mandatory, they already know that 973 is in this bitch. And everybody better figure out a way to move around because we're about to beat all of their ass. Well, everybody. Tank gonna get chipped up. Devin Haney, you better move up. Lil Isaac Cruz, that he a little nigga. He don't want no smoke. He don't need it. We seen what Tank did with a bad head with him, outpointing him. You know what I'm saying? So we already know what the fuck that's gonna look like. So they need C-Dub. Stop trying to play like you don't know, son. You said Canseco was gonna be a tough fight. But basically, all I got to say is that 135.
Oh, Consecal.
They about to be easy work. Everybody know they nervous. Shakur knocking on that door. He right there, so they need to figure out how to move accordingly. I don't blame Al Heyman, but keep that boy in your pocket before we just get another scalp on the record. But shout out to y'all with that WBC convention news, keeping us updated. Shout out to Rachel Donaire for coming and giving us a little scoop, too, on the back call. And that's all I got, man.
All right. Well, shout out to Majid. And remember, you can join us using Twitter Spaces and or our Discord community. Links are in the description. But don't forget to check out our sponsor, Kenichi Bear, and get yourself a pair of Hibernation 5s, which we are currently using to host our Twitter Spaces. We use them every day. You can connect via Bluetooth. You can also connect or disconnect a detachable microphone to use these as a gaming headset for your Xbox and or your PlayStation, or you could just rock out as a headset when you're going on your long runs. If you're a boxer, like the boxers you see on screen that have been wearing these Hibernation 5s, these are really good headphones. We have zero complaints from everybody that's bought them. Danny's actually showing them, but he doesn't know you can't see because you're watching the video right now with the owner, Cardin, in the white shirt, running alongside Jalil Hackett, both wearing a pair of these, both connected via Bluetooth, having absolutely no issues. Remember, Cardin just turned 18. The proceeds go to help him continue his journey to be a successful amateur boxer that hopefully turns pro. So go ahead and support. You know, it is Christmas season coming up. Get your kids a set of these. Remember, they connect to the Xbox or the PlayStation. They double as gaming headsets as well. So these are a perfect stocking stuffer. We're going back to our callers who is on Twitter, ready to rock and roll. You do have to send a request if you want to speak. And on Discord, go ahead and raise your hand. We got Stone Bone Boxing in Colorado. What's going on?
Got to unmute, champ.
Stone Bone in Colorado. We hear you.
What's the deal, man? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Chilling, champ. How are you?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I like how you went down the list, man, and showed guys. Listen, I don't want these guys to be running around calling only fights that can happen because they're on the side of the street. How about you expose the hypocrisy that some of these people saying? They're saying they want the best for their fighter. Well, some of the best things right now is these two fighting. So it's up to the promoters, the management, or whoever to get it done. And how about somebody publicly say, hey, we don't want the fight, then we can move on. I don't want Mauricio just out here only mandating PBC guys to fight PBC guys and top rank guys. That shit is dead. Like, at least exploit his hypocrisy. How else guys gonna get stripped if you only ordering guys on the same side of the street? Of course I'll make the fight if they're on the same side of the street. But if we gonna put this little fake roadblock up, then how about some guys get stripped? You understand me? That's what's gonna have to happen. Guys gonna have to be in a position to possibly lose their title because their management or their promoter won't let them fight another fighter or negotiate that fighter from the side of the street. So let's let it happen. I got Shakur beating him very easily with distance, time, and range and everything involved. It's a different fight than where Tank is going to be doing different things. He hurt his hand, and I feel like still won that fight fairly easy. It wasn't – he kept coming. He kept getting countered, hit. Tank was hitting him with shit. He landed some good shots on Tank, but nowhere was that a close fight in my opinion. And I'm going to say this. Some of these dudes, Ness, they're not going to believe nothing no matter what. These dudes were saying, blood fight ain't real. Nigga, we showed dude the mayor talking about the fight, the motherfucking the news from all the Omaha news posted it, and he was still on here talking about, you know what, man, this, you know, if the fight happened, you know what I mean? Like, so you don't believe the mayor of the city, you don't believe the local news, and you don't believe nothing.
You know,
so these dudes, you can't tell these dudes nothing, man. They'll believe what they want to believe. Shakur get this fight. This the best fight, the best name that ain't Devin Haney. So get that fight.
I like that. All right, Tim. Appreciate the call.
Absolutely.
Who else
Stone
we got?
Bone, thanks for calling in.
Discord. Anybody?
No more callers on Discord, but don't forget today is Monday, Danny, which means at 8:30 we will be going live with Untitled to already scheduled. You do have to be a member at the champ level. Let me show you how to get there. So obviously you're watching the Shakur fight, or excuse me, the Shakur show right now as we speak, right? Mm-hmm. So this is what you see. You see me on the screen with Danny.
Right.
But then at the bottom, right where the title is, you can see the boxing voice with the verified check mark. Click on that. Brings you to our page. Navigate to this button that says membership. Bada bing. Untitled WBA convention. Next for TBV and Black Panther review, plus anything that you guys want to talk about, because we put out a post nearly 48 hours ago. So we got 3 people that left a question there, and we got Patreon where you can also leave questions. So this is how you navigate to our 8:30 a.m. Untitled members only for the champ level. So yes, come join us at 8:30. Right now we're still taking callers on Discord and Twitter Spaces, where we have no one who requested. And on Discord, it is the same. So it looks like on our poll right here on YouTube, we have Shakur Stevenson versus Isaac Cruz, ordered by the WBC. If not Cruz, who should Shakur Stevenson fight? William Cepera's in the lead with 70%. Now, I want you guys to know that Cepera is a golden boy fight. So if you didn't think Cruz could fight PBC, do you now think that Shakur can fight Golden Boy? Maybe. Samson Lewickovic, Gustavo Daniel Lemon is 5%. Abdulayev coming in at 9%. And Maxie Hughes with the IBO, 17%. Shout out, Maxie. So, yeah, that is our Twitter poll if you want to join us on Twitter. Excuse me, on YouTube. What you was about to say, Danny?
So you didn't put Pitbull?
No, because it's if the fight can't happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if we can't get Cruz, who like if Bob fails Shakur, doesn't give him Cruz, who does he give him? And those are your options. Now, our producer is saying that we can do 140-pound top-ranked fighters willing to come down. The list of names that he sent me are atrocious. I mean, they're horrible. The best name in the list?
Tio?
No, Murataya, I think is what he sent me. Because why would Tio come back down to fight Shakur?
I thought Murataya is a lightweight.
So we put Angel Ferrero, Giovanni Cabrera, Murataya. Those are names that don't do anything for Shakur, don't do anything for Shakur's fan base. I don't even know how they pay Shakur to fight those names, to be real. Yes, Canna, Murataya's a dog, but it's not a big fight. I mean,
not a big fight.
It's not as big as Cruz. That's what I'm saying. The whole point of this show is
not just that, but you got to understand the value in these fights, right? That fight doesn't really offer any value. Murataya has never in his career stepped up, and you want him, his first fight, to step up against undefeated former two-time champ, or two-division champ, I'm sorry. Shakur Stevenson, like, come on. Hell no, that's excessive.
I don't even think Robert would take that fight because then, you know, anytime Robert's young fighters take a jump up, we always refer to Fernando Vargas and the father. So I think that they try to stay away from rushing. They did it with Bam, and they received heat until, obviously, Bam, you know, did what he did and became who he is. But the questions still were there. So, yeah. Let's see what else we have. Any callers here on Discord? Looks like we got the champ, Rachel Donaire. What up? Oh, actually, we got Big Fish Vega after Donaire. Sorry. What up, Rachel?
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Oh, perfect. I just wanted to thank you guys for coming out and covering the WBC. I think that was an amazing, insightful tool for a lot of people. You know, I never come on here or ever say that a fighter is a duck, right? I think there's a lot of business and people that are, you know, in the pockets of the fighters that make these decisions for them, as we see, right? Like, so, I mean, who knows if Isaac Cruz really, you know, doesn't care and is just like, let's go. But all the people around him are saying no. And to me, you know, that kind of muffled voice, like, we don't really know if what his desire is at this point. I agree that he needs to fight because of the fact that it just seems, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth when you start saying, no, we don't want to fight and we want to fight someone else. It's like, come on, dude, like, this is boxing. Like, who do you want to fight that's actually going to give the fans like that mouth-watering Friday night, like, can't wait tomorrow, right? So, you know, big up to you guys for coming out. It was great to spend time with you. I don't know if I should be apologizing for how crazy No Nito is. But
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nonito was the best.
Amazing.
Yeah, you guys were like the highlight of the WBC convention for me.
no, I think Nonito needs to be like the party starter mascot from now.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I just wanted to give a big shout out to you guys and hope to see you at other conventions, and good job for, showing everyone what we really deal with. So yeah, that's all. Just want to give you guys your props.
Thank you. No, we hope to get to the WBA. We have actually opened the lines of communication with Gilberto Mendoza and one of his, I guess, first people there. And hopefully we get everything hammered out and we can be out there in December and link up with you guys again.
Yes, that'll be amazing. That'll be amazing. Sounds great. You guys have an amazing week.
All right, you too.
And let's
Thank
up to the
you.
back chat.
All right. Thank you so much. If you don't know, that is Rachel Donaire, the wife and manager of Nonito. We spent some great time with them at the convention in Acapulco, and definitely were able to expand on our relationship, and it was an amazing time. One of the highlights of the convention for me, without a doubt. So, I just want to say thank you to her and her husband for being amazing people, for sure. Not only did they give us, help us and have an amazing time, but educational. So much knowledge that they can share and did share. I mean, shout out to Marshall Kaufman of King's Promotion. Jesus, such an inspiration. Such an inspiration. Really, I need to talk to him more because we are more alike than what I thought. And, man, it was just an amazing time. So I do want to thank you guys, each and every one of you that, donated, that sent either your love verse via message or Twitter or Super Chat or a Cash App, whatever it was that you did. We were able to make it there successfully and come back safely, which is all that matters. And we were able to get a lot of content and develop relationships. This is definitely a networking opportunity to, further grow the podcast. These things allow us to be educated in a way that we could come back and inform you of how the process is. That being said, we haven't said it in so long because we've been busy, but we are at 158,574, so we do need about another 500 subscribers to get to that next goal. We don't want to slow down on our hunt for 1 million subscribers. We do want to continue to be the biggest and baddest podcast on the land, and only you can do that. So don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're on Twitter Spaces right now as we speak, don't forget to share this episode and retweet this Twitter Space so that more people can join us and give us their takes. Looks like we got Jonathan Lambarena ready to speak on Twitter. Talk to me. You got to unmute, Jonathan.
Oh, what up? Good morning, y'all. Just at the topic of hand, Pitbull Cruz and Shakur Stevenson. I don't believe it'll happen just because, Bob is, Bob can talk a lot and he can say, I'll lie today, tell the truth tomorrow or something like that. But the reality of it is, what's the guy's name from Manny Pacquiao Promotions? Sean Gibbons or something like that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna go any other way except Al Heyman, and that's just, that's clear as day.
Yeah, I mean, that's that old don't bite the hand that feeds you mentality, and I understand it. But at the same time, as a manager, you have a fiduciary duty to your client to present him with the offers that have been presented to him and advise him to take the best offer. So that's why it's up to Bob to send an offer. He can't just assume that they won't take the fight. He needs to do his job for Shakur and send an offer because this is the biggest fight for Shakur that is available to Shakur.
Right. No, I get what you're saying. I was just saying, like, most likely I see what I see more of a reality is probably like a Cruz Gervonta Davis rematch down the line, but I don't think they exactly want Cruz to jump into the fire with a Shakur Stevenson, you know, especially if they're trying to build him up because what they essentially are doing is building him off a loss of Gervonta Davis. What that does is just solidifying all those the super fans, you know, of the Gervonta Davis. They're just, you know, that's just a extra stamp on there. Well, you see how good that guy is. You know, he took Gervonta 12 rounds, and that's, you know, that's saying something on Gervonta's part every time they bring up Cruz. You know.
Uh-huh.
So I appreciate the call, Ness. You two have a lovely day.
You too, brother. Thank you for calling and thank you for joining us on Twitter. If anybody else wants to join us on Twitter, you can do so by requesting to speak. Don't forget, we also got Discord where we got Big Pecao Vega. We're going to you in 5 seconds. I got Ill Will. Ill Will, where have you been? Ill Will, where have you been? Wasn't Ill Will the winner of one of our raffles and then he didn't show up, so we had to give it to Salgado?
Bro, yes, that was the Canelo Triple G fly you out.
Yeah.
Trip.
Ill Will, you disappeared on us, but shout out for the $5 Super Chat. He says, what up, TBV? Honestly, I think Shakur versus any power puncher will be a track show. He's great, but not the most enticing fighter. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Disagree, but we shall see. Do want to remind you guys that we are going to have Denzel Bentley, who took on the boogeyman, Johnny Beck, in studio at the Wynn Casino right here in Las Vegas from the Blue Wire studio today at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 3 o'clock Eastern. So I see people saying, where's the studio? Studio's at 12. Don't forget it. We'll be there at 12. Join us where we will be taking callers on our landline, 1-425-569-5241. Looks like we got Big Fish Vega. Talk to me.
Big Fish.
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you,
Hello? All right. Yeah, man, I mean, when I had first saw that was ordered, I mean, my first thought was it ain't really going to happen. But I love man, I mean, Esau Cruz's style it brings out a lot of the opposition. Either you don't get ran over or you just going to have to, you're going to have to do whatever you got to do to win. You know, we see Gervonta, even with that hurt hand, I mean, he was forced to fight, but also forced to show his boxing skills. And I think most people would agree that Shakur is a better boxer than Gervonta. I mean, I think it'll show us really the best of Shakur. You know, Shakur, I think there's not one person that can favor over Shakur between 130 and 140. I really think he's that skilled, he's that talented, he's that smart, and he has put it together in different ways. And I think I would like to see him get more back to the boxing. He's been walking dudes down a little bit too much. But, I mean, people say they want to see that stuff, and then when they see it, they bitch about it, so it's a little funny. But Isak, man, it's people mention that he's lost, and it's like he's a hot commodity right now. So I just don't see, with everyone involved, especially with Isak Cruz's side, why they would go ahead and do it with Shakur. That fight order, it's an eliminator or an interim belt?
Eliminator.
Yeah, so it's like, why? It's like, why do that? Because, I mean, for Isak, he's basically still sitting in position unofficially with PBC to possibly get a Gervonta fight.
Yeah,
so
but
they could just match him up with someone else and maybe
doesn't
do
have the real
Gervonta
belt.
too.
Gervonta doesn't have the real belt, you know.
Versus all the belts.
But come on, man. We listen to people that call in. They see him as a champion. Gervonta also gets you the money as well as the secondary belt, which when you put it on TV, it's a belt. People don't really know. They don't follow. They don't know about the
I mean, if you're gonna have
the regular, you know what I mean? So I mean, if you get that strap, then that gets him even more.
Okay, but what's
a
gonna
bargaining
entice?
chip.
Okay, regardless of what the fans know, right? What's gonna entice you more, 1 or 5?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure that he would like the Haney fight as well. That's what I'm saying. The Shakur fight,
No, I'm just saying.
it don't do that much
I'm just
for
saying.
him. You know what I mean?
just saying, like in the eye of a casual that just sitting their ass on TV, on the couch watching TV, is they gonna find the 5 belts, the stack of $5 million more enticing? Cause that's what they think. Oh, more belts, more money, more star power, bigger. You feel me?
I just think that you also, we get what we put into the universe. A lot of you guys call, with your pessimistic attitude, and that's why we live in the world that we live in, because you're giving Bob a way out. You're giving Shakur a way out. Shakur is the business. Shakur can demand to get this fight. As a promoter, you have to give him at least the equivalent of that, and he doesn't have that. William Cepeda is the equivalent, if not better than Pitbull, and he doesn't have the notoriety of Pitbull. He wasn't on pay-per-view. He didn't have a fight with Tank. The fight to give Shakur is this one. The common opponent to have is one of Tank's. But we got Shotty, baby. What up?
Talk to us.
They said mute Vega. He making margaritas.
It did sound like a bunch of blenders and shit.
Shotty, what up? Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Yo, what's good with y'all this morning?
Chilling.
Man, start, but
make sure you're talking into the mic, man.
Like
make sure you're talking
matchup.
into the mic, because it sounds like you got a Bluetooth connected, so you're going in and out.
My fault. Hang on. Y'all don't even got a Bluetooth connected.
Just
Hold
talking
on.
to the mic then,
my
champ.
phone fucking up. Hold up. Can you hear me better?
Yep. You good? Talk to
Kinda.
us. You good?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, man. I like the fight, but I mean, it's easy money for Shakur. I mean, I think maybe his team see that as easy money. And who just wanted to sit there and take an L? I think Shakur gonna run into the same problems Haney was running into at 135. People not wanting to really fight. And I don't even think Loma would fight Shakur unless they got some belts on the line. So, I mean, people need to stop with this. And then on second thought, people need to stop with this. Just because Isaac Cruz, put up an okay fight against, Tank, that he's now like a top 5 or something like that. Like, bro, to me, he ain't really earned anything. He just took a loss.
Who's your 4 ahead of him?
Hang on, I can't hear you.
I said, who is your 4 ahead of Pitbull?
Man, my 4, shit.
Or your 5, because you said he ain't top 5.
Well, I guess you would kind of put him there because people dropped out. T.O.'s not there no more. Ryan's
not there
up
no
and down.
more.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then, all the old guys, Fortuna pretty much washed now and shit like that, Comey. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Rolly get whooped up on by Shakur, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, again, we dealing with the same thing. We dealing with a dude that became a lukewarm star based off of Tank. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
At least Pitbulls came back from losing. Like Rolly got knocked out. Pitbull went 12. At least Pitbull came back from losing and got a win. He got a knockout win at that. I mean,
yeah, but it was against Gamboa and
and whose was Rolly's?
Rolly ain't
even that's what I'm saying. But at least Rolly and Shakur got some kind of history though.
I'm just saying,
and it'll be entertaining.
I'm not saying I'm trying to protect Rolly. I'm just saying, he can't get a tune-up?
I mean, but it looked like they waiting for Tank. Both of them.
I don't think Rolly waiting
Like,
for
yo,
Tank.
y'all, it's like you took
I mean,
the L and going here another way.
Whoa, they saying Rolly in the 140 rankings.
It do look like Rolly waiting for Tank. Tank was in Rolly Live the other day talking about how's your jaw.
Both of them.
Yo, that
Both
shit,
of
yeah,
them.
that
I ain't
shit
put
funny
past
as hell.
Isaac,
That shit funny as
Isaac
hell.
too. Isaac waiting for Tank too.
Well,
But
Champ,
appreciate you.
we do got to get to some other callers. Appreciate you for calling in. If you want to call in, you want to voice your opinion, you know how to do it right here. Discord, join the Familia, or check us out on Twitter Spaces.
And don't forget, in about 42 minutes, we'll be live. YouTube members.
Champ level.
Untitled.
Yo, Untitled is where we kick back, relax, and talk about anything and everything.
Unfiltered.
So if you still want to talk boxing, we can do that. You want to talk movies, we can do that. You want to talk clothing, we can do that. Whatever you want to talk, that's what we going to do.
Word.
But it looks like on
nobody on Twitter.
Twitter, we have no more, so I'm going to announce the final call for anyone that wants to make their appearance on the show. And I'm refreshing on the Super Chats to make sure we're not leaving any man behind. And we will be wrapping it up. My name is Nesta Gibbs. Join me on Twitter or Instagram at NestGTO.
Ringwalk Danny on Instagram and Twitter as well. And
Catch
join
us at the Win every day, 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
We also got a super chat from JB Cinema. Thank you for joining us. He says, quotation marks, mandated. Can we find out if the WBC sends it to purse bid if either party can't come up with an agreement? That's what we were asking ourselves earlier. That was probably a major question we should have asked Mauricio while being at the convention. Because, I ain't going to front. I won't call him till about 2-3 weeks from now because that was a lot for him. He was kissing babies, taking pictures every single minute. He was on the podium 6-7 hours
a day.
Yeah, so, I'm going to let my mans catch up.
They hosted 2 boxing cards out there. They did a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to let him catch up and do what he got to do before I start harassing for interviews and things of that nature.
But catch us at the Win, 12 p.m. Monday through Friday, and catch us on Untitled today in about 40 minutes, 8:30 Pacific, 11:30 Eastern.
Peace.
We out.
We out.